So I'm going to show you the 5 exercises I use with my students to build a rock solid foundation, to help them avoid bad habits and finally play their favorite songs while actually sounding pretty good. First of all, make sure that the guitar neck is slightly up and not flat. This will help our picking hand play more naturally. It also helps our fretting hand not have so much tension and awkward movement. Back to our picking hand, I want you to curl your fingers into a palm with your thumb relaxed on the side. Right? We don't want to bend the thumb. We want to keep it pretty relaxed. So take your loose fist, put your thumb on 6th string, then let your other fingers just naturally uncurl. So as far as placement, we want thumb on 6th string, index will go on 3rd, middle will go on 2nd, and then ring will go on 1st. If your wrist is sunken towards the strings, I want you to adjust so that your wrist is flat, or even better, a slight arch. So now that the picking hand is set, here is exercise 1. Exercise 1, we're teaching each finger its movement path so you can play with less effort while avoiding some sloppy habits. For your thumb, you're going to hit 6th string and then let the thumb move down towards the floor. You're just barely missing the 5th string when you do so. And also, key detail here, we don't want to do a bendy, flicky thing with this mid joint. We want to move from your bass knuckle here, and do this on your own, about 10 slow reps. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. Index, I want you to strike the 3rd string with your fingertip and then curl into your palm, right? Here's a side angle. Okay. Common mistake I see here is pinching the string up instead of curling into the palm. Okay. So just remember, strike and curl. Again, I want you to do 10 slow reps and really be mindful of the follow through. Quick check here. What tends to happen is people angle their fingers towards their guitar or away from them, and that changes the movement path. So later on, we can collide with the thumb, which is a bad habit. So for your middle finger, same thing here. I want you to strike and curl into the palm. 10 slow reps. And then last of all, ring finger. Yep, we're gonna use it. It's gonna feel awkward because it's untrained, but it helps us unlock cleaner and faster playing later. So let's get to it. Strike and curl, 10 slow reps. Now we're gonna loop through thumb and the fingers slowly. The goal here is no pinching, no collisions, same motion with every rep. Go at your own speed, feel free to pause. So once you're ready for this next exercise, we're taking the same thing we did with exercise 1 and adding a slow metronome. Exercise 2, set your metronome to 60 beats a minute. On every click, we're going to pluck a finger in this order: thumb, index, middle, ring. All right, we're gonna do 10 reps. Ready, 2, 3, 4. 6, 3, 2, 1. So here's the general rule for tempo, and I want you to apply this to all the exercises I'm going to show you today. If you can't keep it clean and even, you might need to work without a metronome for a while or even go slower than 60 beats per minute. If this is easy, I want you to go up by 10 BPM until you find a tempo that's just challenging enough. So your goal is every note has to be the same volume, same pace, no rushing and dragging of the ring finger. So exercise 3. Now we're gonna start assembling the progression we're building towards, which is G, C, D7, back to G. G is a 6-string chord. We've already done that. 6, 3, 2, 1. C is a 5th string chord. So that's the challenge here. You're moving from 6th string, G, to 5th string, C. Part A, we're not gonna have a metronome. We're just working on transitions and making sure our thumb lands on the right string. So we're gonna start on C and we're gonna play for 2 full cycles. So that's 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1. Transition to G for 2 cycles. 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1. Back to C and repeat. 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1. Back to G. 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and play without a metronome until you feel like you can maintain a steady pace and transition in time. So now for part B, we're gonna set a metronome to 60 beats per minute. And again, each finger gets a click. We're just taking the same thing, 2 cycles of each chord. We're gonna do it about 3 times. 1, 2, ready, go. 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2. Back to G. 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2. And C. 2, 1, 5, 3, 2. Back to G. 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3. One more time. C. 1, 5, 3, 2. And G. 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1. And for your practice at home, aim for 3 cycles through that progression with 0 stumbles. When you're ready, exercise 4, we're gonna add D7. This is the last chord we need for the progression. So one more thumb change for D7. Our thumb will move to 4th string. On G, it goes back to 6th string. So that'll be the challenge here, going from 4th string, skipping 5th string, going to 6th string. We have the same goal here. We're just training our thumb to switch lanes and keep our fingers consistent. Part A, no metronome. Here we go. So D7 for 2 cycles. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to G chord for 2 cycles. Ready? 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1. Again, go at your own pace, whatever you need to get those transitions. Once you feel pretty solid, let's add a metronome. Part B, we're just adding the slow metronome, 60 beats per minute, each finger with the click between D7 and G. Again, 2 cycles per chord. Let's do this 3 times in a row. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and G. 2, 1, and 6, 3, 2. Back to D7. 2, 1, 4, 3, 2. And back to G. 6, 3, Once you can do that exercise 3 times through with 0 stumbles, you're ready for exercise 5. So this is the big enchilada here. This is what we're working towards. We're gonna run the full progression, G, C, D7, back to G, with the same pattern, and it's gonna start sounding like actual music. So part A, we're just gonna go through G, C, D, back to G, 2 cycles each. Here we go. G, 2 cycles, 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1. Then C for 2 cycles, 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1. Here's D7, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to G for 2 cycles, 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1. Once you can manage those transitions, let's move on to part B. All right, so now we're just adding a metronome at 60 beats per minute. We're going to go through the progression 3 times, 2 cycles per chord. So starting at G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, and C, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1, and D7, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and G, 3, 2, 1, and 6, 3. Again, G, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1, and C, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, D7, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, back to G, 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, one last time, 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1. Here's C, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 3, 2. Here's D7, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2. Back to G, 6, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1. And there it is, a steady fingerstyle pattern that you can use to play through G, C, and D7 chords without your picking hand falling apart. So the next video on screen is where we take this pattern and apply it to an actual song. I'll see you there.